3 bad advice for 3D artists. Ignore them all. As a 3D artist, you probably heard these following advice, but here's the truth. They're holding you back, ignore them, or risk staying stuck forever. What we'll talk about in this video, I'll break down 3 terrible pieces of advice. I hear them all the time in the 3D world. Why doing the opposite will actually help your career grow faster. About me, who am I? My name is Dwayne Elahie. I'm a CG Supervisor in the industry for 20 plus years, mentoring for 15 plus years, hundreds of students. Some of them now have 70K plus in annual salary. I've been at these studios, EA, Industrial Lights and Magic, EA for Electronic Arts, Pixar, Disney, to name a few. I've been at DreamWorks as well. We haven't met yet, but you've met my work. I've worked on the Netflix The Witcher, The Little Prince, James Cameron's Avatar. You can check out my IMDb page here for this. I was a CG rigging supervisor, character rigging supervisor for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the Ubisoft Assassin's Creed. You may have seen these films and TV shows, tools that I've built and workflows and rigs, whatnot, animation pipelines. You'll see K-pop Demon Hunters, they still use my tools. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, as I mentioned before, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, James Cameron's Avatar, Marvel's Secret Invasion, Netflix The Witcher, Hunger Games. Again, you can go out to my IMDb to see the films, the movies, each TV series that I worked on. So let's get into the content. 3 bad advice. Number 1, you might hear that you should specialize immediately. Early on, you need to experiment and explore. Over-specializing too soon limits your growth and kills your creativity. So don't be siloed. When you know how everything kind of works, then you can start specializing and you'll see what you actually like. And also understanding other departments will make you understand your work a lot better. Even professionals, I see a lot, they're siloed, meaning they only know what they do. They don't understand what comes in before the pipeline and how things are done and what goes after them when they throw it over the fence. They just throw it over the fence. And if you understand what they need, you can better prepare. And also you know how to communicate with the people up and down your pipeline. And that is actually how you advance in your career, because you can make more informed decisions. Bad advice number 2 that I hear all the time. Buy the most expensive gear, software first. Tools don't make the artist. Start with free, affordable options, especially now. They're really powerful. They're comparable to the paid options, Blender, GIMP, and there's a lot of other free software that are equivalent, like Inkscape, instead of using Adobe Illustrator, for example. If you're doing vector art, focus on the fundamentals, then upgrade only when your skills demand it or the project deems it, right? Don't get, for example, if you're learning how to drive a car, I wouldn't say go get a muscle car or a sports car or a luxury car at first. Learn the fundamentals. When you know and good at the fundamentals, then you upgrade. Even if you get the highest, the best tools, if you don't know how to use it, it's a waste of time and effort. Or you get stuck using the features and not understanding what you're doing. Bad advice number 3, just keep grinding and the work will find you. Yes, you have to work hard, but just blind hustle isn't enough. You need visibility. You need networking. You have to be smart at marketing your portfolio. Otherwise, no one knows you exist. So you have to balance working. Once you have something to show, put it out there so people know it. Get some traction with that, then go back and work a little more. And even that, the feedback you're getting, if you're even getting clients on what you're doing out there, it could also help direct what you need to learn next. Quick heads up for all you 3D artists watching this. If you've been grinding away at tutorials and YouTube videos but still feel stuck, I've got something special for you. I'm hosting a 3D character rapid bootcamp workshop where I'll walk you step by step through the exact skills studios actually hire for. It's not theory. This is the stuff that got me hired and working in the industry. If you want to finally build a portfolio that gets callbacks and interviews, hit the link below and grab your spot. Seats are limited, so if you're serious about going pro, this is your chance. To recap, don't box yourself in. Don't fall for gear traps, just getting the latest, greatest tools or the latest update, you have to be up to date with it. Don't think just hard work alone will guarantee success. You have to be strategic with it. You have to put in work where you're going to actually get a return on investment. That I gave an example in an earlier video. Let's say you do a walk cycle. Once you know how to do one, it's good to practice, but once you show, let's say on your demo reel, a good walk cycle, or you're doing a model or a character, if you still show one style of the character, that's enough to demonstrate you know how to do it. You don't have to keep doing that over and over. And the next steps to grow as a 3D artist, focus on building real skills, showing your work, connect with the right people. Then that's way more important than just doing 100 different portfolio pieces that nobody ever sees. And for a bonus tip here, bad advice usually sounds easy and comforting. However, good advice often feels uncomfortable because it pushes you to grow beyond your limits. And that's how you get better. And the biggest mistake to avoid, don't confuse activity with progress. Just pointlessly spinning your wheels doesn't mean you're getting better. If you're spending hours just tweaking details, whereas it doesn't really add anything at the end of the day in terms of people's impressions, how a portfolio looks, or following outdated workflows that don't apply, doesn't mean you're moving forward. Just because you're working doesn't mean it's meaningful work, right? So always check what you're doing is actually getting you closer to your goals, right? So what are your thoughts? Share your comments below.